welcome back, guys. Today we're going to have more of a discussion video where I will show you why Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy basically revolutionized the video game genre and was a year ahead of its age, and we're really lucky and blessed to get this game, and I hope that we'll be able to get either a proper remake of the original trilogy or a sequel at some point in the future. We can see that Ratchet and Clank is back, there are heavy rumors for Sly 5, so hopefully the third member of the Holy Trinity, let's say, which is Jak and Daxter, will make the comeback as well. So thank you very much for joining me, and let's get into it.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
Is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Time during your quest.
Okay, so point one, we can see that this game has a really good and humorous tone, right? Really good writing. Okay, so to make my points, what has happened so far? So the first thing that happened is we have the opening where basically we see why Daxter becomes Daxter. Then we get introduced to some really good writing, and we go over a 2-minute tutorial compared to today's games 2 hours sometimes tutorial, where the tutorial teaches you the basics: what is a precursor orb, what is a power cell, how to move, what is eco. So let's see what the villagers that they mentioned before have to say, some of them.
Hey, baby! What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
You don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute! We are not going back to Misty Island! Are we?
So he asked us to basically bring his whatever this thing is and go back to Misty Island, which is where we were before. Now, a great question is, how do we go back to Misty Island? We'll see in a little bit. let's go and check another one of the villagers.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
So this guy, he basically gives us another assignment, and he says that if we give him 90 precursor orbs, he will give us a power cell. So now let's get into the main world. Okay, so here we are on basically the first part of the world, Sentinel Beach, and what we see is no loading screens. There's an open world free for us to explore and to collect power cells, and there is no loading screen. And here, this whole area is free to explore. No loading screens, no nothing. And these are the things that the Sage talked about the whole Green Ecos thing. After we break them all, another power cell.
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
What a weird-looking thing! I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
Good job.
Now here we push the
Here
egg.
by the egg. Oh my! I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Oh no! No!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys, I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
So just for clarification, we'll be able to use this bird later on in the game to grab another power cell at another area. Now, let's get into my next point. Now here, we are about to get a transition into another area. Guess what? No loading screen. Why? Because there are no loading screens on this game. You can do whatever you want without any loading screens. And here it's another, by the way, kind of interesting mini game.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral? You gotta bring in the cops for the job.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Okay, so now let's go grab our power cell after this funny mini game.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Okay, so far we have little tutorial, great introduction, no loading screens, open world to explore as freely as we can, and fun mini games. And now this was actually the midpoint between the two areas, the beach and the forbidden jungle. Now here we are getting to my next point, which we'll see what's gonna happen with this dialogue. This guy, by the way, offers the best minigame in my opinion in the whole series.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge?
Do you see how everything is connected? Not only he offers us a challenge for power cell, but he also offers us his boat to go to Misty Island, the same as before. We freed the bird, which bird we're gonna use later. We also made Samus's request, which again is gonna be useful later. So again, we have funny mini games, great story writing, small introduction, a little good introduction, small tutorial. The world is connected, an open world game without any loading screens. And this game got released in 2001. So this game achieved and has for granted things that are even considered to be, let's say, really good nowadays. For example, what is the main promise of the PS5? Small loading screens to no loading screens. This game offers that. Also, open world games where the whole world is connected and every small detail of one area will help you to another area and you have to figure it out. Open world games like Horizon, Zero Dawn, like God of War, like Ghost of Tsushima. And we also have various requests from villagers that actually count, and they are significant for the progression of the story and for the improvement of the life of this city. This game offers. This game also offers great storytelling, great writing, great voice acting, and great humoring, which is stuff that games even nowadays don't offer. And again, this game got released in 2001, before Ratchet & Clank, before Sly Cooper, and before of many games. And I hope that from this short video you can see how many elements from these games we see nowadays in today's video games, even in games like Horizon, even in games like The Witcher 3. All of those games borrow elements from Jak and Daxter. This game was years ahead. Imagine an open world game with no loading screens in 2001, in the beginning of the PlayStation 2 era. These are basically all of my points. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
You did it! You caught 200 pounds of fish!